let's move on to different team. Yeah, please. Who we have not covered yet? England
Netherlands,
and
England,
England.
of course. Uh, we are covering so far, except for Portugal, the World Cup winners so far, right?
So we have to cover Uruguay as well and
Uruguay,
Italy.
yeah, yeah. Italy. How can we cover Italy?
Well, World Cup winners.
Well,
So,
if you have any Italian fan watching, they are not going to watch you anymore.
no. That's not that way. Uh,
So let's go to England. So yeah,
so let's run down the goalkeepers: Jordan Pickford, Nick of Everton, Nick Pope of Newcastle,
Newcastle.
Aaron Ramsdale of Arsenal. Your thoughts? Happy
You
to
know
happy
what I
happy
will select
happy to
because
see
of playing style.
Ramsdale.
Yeah, because of playing style, I will always pick Ramsdale if I am coach. But you know, how can I say? Southgate can say that that's my team. You know.
Obviously, it's him, but Pickford will be picked.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it won't be like if you think about Southgate's team, Pickford makes a little bit sense, and how he's in playing for Everton, like he is pushing them probably up. How like especially last 5 to 6 games, he's unbelievable. He stopped everything, like whatever he could so far.
no, I like
And
Pickford a lot. Yeah,
yeah, and who will be the second goalkeeper? That is the
it
question
has to be
actually.
it has to be Ramsdale.
But it won't. It will be Nicholas Pope, and I can understand that as well. But there is this question actually. Like Nick Pope made a huge error against Germany or some other team, I guess. I forgot actually whoever playing England. Um, and some English supporters they are putting Ramsdale in that case. Um, so that is it actually. Um, and how his partnership with this whole Newcastle defense so far this season, he basically revitalized his career, and he improved a lot. So so does Ramsdale. And if it's up to me, I would pick Ramsdale because I would love to play from the back, but that's not an issue for
Southgate.
current English
Yeah,
coach. So
yeah.
yeah, so
Let's move into
but
defenders.
there will be a interesting thing like how can I say England probably won their first knockout penalty shootout in the last Euro probably or the World Cup probably World Cup probably, and they played probably a different goalkeeper. That could have been a issue. So like that's why I mentioned like there will be a second goalkeeper who could be crucial in the those penalty shootout, and who would it be? So
Goalkeepers are only comes into play when your all players put their ball into the back of the net. English players are famous for not doing that. So
okay, that's a huge dick, right? Right there. Okay, let's move on to the
defenders,
defenders.
yeah, please.
Yeah,
Uh,
Chris James could not make made it through.
yeah,
Just to mention.
and that's why Trent Alexander-Arnold being choose of Liverpool.
Yeah.
Um, Connor Cody of Everton, Eric Dyer of Tottenham, Harry Maguire of Manchester United, Luke Shaw of Manchester United, John Stones of Manchester City, Kieran Trippier of Newcastle United, and Kyle Walker, Manchester City, Ben White of Arsenal. Thought on that?
I see Maguire and Dyer playing still, but which formation? That's an interesting issue. I guess Alexander Arnold was taken because they can play.
Three
They has a
five.
tendency to play, yeah, 3-5-2 or 3-5-3-4-3.
Mm-hmm.
So three, if three in the back, then defensive. How can I say? Defensive issue wouldn't be a problem for Alexander Arnold, because there will be at least two players covering him.
Mm-hmm.
So they will get more in depth, like a how can I say, support from wide areas from him. He's a really good, how can I say, in crossing the ball towards, and Hurricane is also a good header as well. So it, I can say that also. Also, Kieran Trippier probably is going to play in the first match, and also they have only like one genuine left back, Luke Shaw. So if he's injured or like get card issue, Trippier is, I can see him playing in the left, because he played that for Atletico Madrid, if you remember.
But I have to say this: he could have played for even Canada, but Tomori picked England to play with, and he's not been picked. He's definitely in form for AC Milan. Obviously, if you play in Syria, if you don't count really. So Tomori is
Not necessarily. I think there's this game against Chelsea. I guess he got red carded in like 30 minutes. So probably that's one of the those issues.
but
I
you're
guess.
just watching one game.
Yeah, for new players, I don't see Southgate is is a risk taker.
So he's a
Like,
is going to take a risk with Harry Maguire,
yeah,
Eric
because
Dyer.
he's one of his Susu.
Yeah,
What
so
was
soon.
the
Yeah,
word? He was,
yeah.
yeah, he was his Susu.
Okay, makes sense. But
But
yeah, the
I'm looking.
only dependable guy I can see if they want to play is probably John Stones, and Ben White probably he can give some solidity.
No, Connor Cody is in excellent form as well. So there was this choice between like Connor Cody or Tomori. So he chose Cody because for some reason it makes sense for him. But what I'm seeing, like if they play three in the back, then Dyer, Maguire, and Stones or Walker is playing in that position, and Arnold is the white guy, and Luke Shaw probably. Luke Shaw is starting anyway. So Trippier or if it is like Trippier or Arnold, most likely Trippier.
Yeah, yeah. Let's move into the midfield, please.
But I'm not sure like if we ever seen Ben White in the squad, or even in the
Even
team.
in the team, yeah, there could be, but he's a very good utility player.
Not utility, like he's playing as a right back. He's basically a center back, but he's
That's what I'm saying.
playing.
He can play
Yeah,
in both sides
yeah.
really well.
So sort of like Kyle Walker, but Kyle Walker is a better choice because of his speed.
But isn't Kyle Walker coming out of injury as well?
Yeah, he's not going to play first match for sure. Second match, like probably as a substitute. So like
That
Stones is
that
going to
is a
more likely
dicey
play.
dicey group though. Like people
Yeah,
probably think that it's an easier group. It's not.
no. If USA picks up forms, it will like mess out all sort of like predictions.
Yeah, for sure. In the midfield, Jude Bellingham, Borussia Dortmund, Conor Gallagher of Chelsea, Jordan Henderson of Liverpool, Mason Mount of Chelsea, Kevin Phillips of Manchester City, Declan Rice of West Ham United. So that's all
Actually,
your.
you can also add James Madison because he's sort of like a number 10.
Yeah, yeah, but he's put it as a forward. I'm not going to insult him by saying it's a midfielder.
Okay. Is it an insult though? I love midfielders.
It could be. I mean, I don't know if Southgate left as us, then he would have put it as a midfielder. He's more James Madison more as a forward like number 10.
Yeah, there's this arrogance here. Like he already has like two players in defense coming up from injury. Stones and Walker,
Hmm.
and another City players, Phillips, who probably played 1 or 2 games
Yeah.
for Manchester City. That's an wildcard entry in my eyes, actually.
But I think if I go back to the Euro, that last Euro, I think Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice had a very good partnership in the middle.
Yeah, they have a good duo. So,
S-
like, if they play like three in the midfield, then
I mean,
with
obviously
them,
Henderson can come in and do the job too.
yeah. But Henderson is more like the likely the, how can I say, coming off for 20 minutes or
Yeah,
some
yeah,
stuff like that,
yeah.
or a utility guy for Phillips or one of those. Yeah,
But do you feel that Mason Mount is gonna play? Oh, it's going to be Jude Bellingham, I guess.
yeah, he's going to play
Yeah,
for sure. Mason Mount is coming up like in the last 20 minutes, probably get something out of, like, he's really good in pressing up the defenders and defensive midfielders and getting, how can I say, uh, uh, like getting the balls in the final third. So
but Mason Mount is been tagged as midfielder, not as a striker or forward. But Madison is.
Madison is like a really genuine number 10 for England. One of the, like, what can I say? Yeah, he's, well, he's
He's
better
someone
than
different, very very
Grealish.
different
Yeah,
than others. Yeah,
yeah, he's creative, and also he's sometimes starts shoots out of nowhere.
yeah.
So sometimes he try to make something like give me the ball, and he has this arrogance. So he's a different profile, actually. So I can see that, actually. Like, it's also Bellingham. Uh, he's a gritty player. He can actually, he doesn't take hostages.
Yeah, yeah. Let's move it to forwards, please. As we mentioned, James Madison of Leicester City,
Madison, yeah,
Callum Wilson. We talked about if he's going to be there or not.
yeah.
He's there. Newcastle. Phil Foden, undoubtedly one of the brightest English players of City. Jack Grealish, his City teammate. Harry Kane, undoubted striker. Um, Marcus Rashford is there. Bukayo Saka there. Bukayo Saka and Raheem Sterling. Your thought on that front line?
If it's top two, it will always be Kane and Sterling. If it's top three,
But Sterling is not in
um,
a great form.
it doesn't matter for Southgate, does it?
Yeah, it does. It doesn't. True.
And also, if you remember, before the Euro, there were talks for against Sterling. Like, he was not even scoring for like 10, 11 games, and the first game he came in for England, he scored. So it makes sense for him in a way. Bukayo Saka, I'm not sure, like, if he's playing with three forward, uh, either it's Foden or Saka. And for Saka, it's a different issue. He can play as a left wing back as well, right wing back as well. But the thing is that, like, he's more prolific in the right wing side, and he's probably, yeah, well, he's similar profile to Foden, but Foden is actually like really faster than Saka, and Saka is like cool things down, and how can I say? If you stop Foden in the counter attack, he doesn't actually pass you by, but Saka can actually pass you by. You know, he's a little bit sort of like, sometimes he reminds me of one of the Spanish, how can I say, midfielders in a way.
Yeah. Um, yeah. That's about it. Um,
Do you see them coming in top, like
top.
in semi?
No, not in semi. No, because
Mm,
in quarter they have to play against either France or Argentina
yeah,
or Netherlands. I don't know.
Netherlands. Yeah,
Uh, it's I don't see them,
okay,
but
and
that's just me.
okay. So So you are, how do I say, predicting against bookies.
Yeah, so can I make money? I
Yeah, you
guess.
will if you
Or
make
I could
any
lose. I could
excel
lose
base. Yeah.
less, but I could win more.